Assalamu alaikum, joined by Reverend Peter Spencer from the Church of England. I'm honoured to be here with you. Thank you very much for joining us today.
To be here.
Okay, could you just explain a bit about your own background within the Church of England?
Well, I've been a parish priest for all my working ministry, both in Northampton, Coventry, and latterly in Birmingham until I retired 3 years ago. I was team rector of a team ministry of 28,000 people, and also a chaplain at the John Taylor Hospice. And I'm now helping out at All Saints King's Heath during their interregnum. They haven't got a vicar at the moment, and they'll be getting one shortly.
During your time in the Church of England, you may have come across many different types of Muslims, perhaps. Is there anything that's particularly struck you about today's event and your feelings about being here today?
Well, I didn't know about you, the Ahmadiyya branch of Muslim. Sunni and Shia, yes. And so it's been an eye-opener to me, and I think I was saying to you earlier that your relationship to Islam in general seems to me similar to the relationship between the Christian Church and the Society of Friends, that you seem to be very much concerned for peace and taking jihad literally as the Quran intends it to be, as I understand it anyway. And it's also been important for me to be here because it's been an opportunity to actually engage with Islam according to your way of looking at it, in the light of the terrible things that are happening in different parts of the world, i.e. terrorism. So thank you very much indeed, and God bless you on your journey.
No, thank you for your comments. We appreciate that.
My name's Adam Harper. I'm the Faith Education Officer for the Fire Service. My role is an acknowledgement of how important faith is in our community, certainly in these uncertain times where everybody's tightening their belts.
Your thoughts about today's event? Is it the first time you've actually been to a mosque or a meeting such as this?
No. I mean, I'm actually a lead officer for community cohesion in Yardley, and sit sort of wearily from my fire service point of view, or on the peripheries, if you like, of the preventive violence extremism agenda. Our agenda is to engage the community, and I think, to be fair, the police can learn a lot from the way that we've actually gone into the community and engaged them on the stuff that they want, building them bridges, building them networks, which breaks down. Did you hear when the Imam from London was talking about Jesus being without father? And he said, yeah, what about Adam? Do you know what I mean? People don't spend time with imams and realise do you know what I mean? So just the opportunity to sit here and listen to what his perception of. I've read the Quran. Islam is a peaceful religion, exactly as he said. But it's what people don't know. You can sit, as you know, with an imam and ask him any question, and he won't feel like you're questioning his faith. You think you're just genuinely asking questions. I found it fascinating tonight. You know, I've heard I've seen what the police do on their prevent agenda, and I've seen what we do towards community resilience, community cohesion. So there's a little bit of leeway, you know, meeting each other in the middle. But no, I found it fascinating tonight. And I think the thing I was encouraged the most were the amount of questions that came from the community themselves, saying, you know, what about this, and questioning this and that. And I thought it was really good.
If there was one or two messages that you'll be taking away from you with you today, what would they be?
So, one of the ethoses of my work is the verse that the Imam mentioned in the Quran, but where he spoke about the beginning bit as is the end of that verse. And in the Quran it says specifically to save one life is as if to save the whole of humanity, and it's all of our responsibilities.
So thank you very much for your comments and your attendance today. It's an honour having you here, and we hope to see you again in the future as well.
I am a member of the Counter-Terrorism Unit. My actual job title is Security and Partnerships Officer. So as you can see, I'm a uniformed officer. Many of the Counter-Terrorism Unit officers aren't, so they're sort of detectives.
But certainly today's event was very relevant to the work that you're in.
Absolutely, yes.
Any thoughts on what Imam Rashid had to say today?
Yes, his message was one of peace. I understand that. Obviously, I'm not a scholar in Islam, but from my understanding of Islam, it is a religion of peace. And that's the overriding message that was given today, that Islam is a religion of peace. And that message does need to be spread.
Absolutely, and I think it's important that we work together in that process.
Absolutely, yes.
So thank you very much for your time and your participation. It's an honour to have you here.
Pleasure.
I hope you do come to our future events as
I
well.
will, yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My name's Hitesh. I'm from Barnardo's, the children's charity. I'm based here in the Midlands. as a community fundraiser, and also liaise directly with MKA Muslim Youth Association as our national partnership together.
Excellent. And you attended our event this evening on Islam's response to terrorism.
Yeah.
Could you share your thoughts about the event today and maybe some of the things that the Imam mentioned in his talk?
Well, first of all, it was great to meet some of the people that I've heard so much about, not just the Imam, but also those in the Midlands area who have been supporting Barnardo's, and I was delighted to be able to meet them, shake their hands and say thank you. What the Imam had to say was quite relevant in the sense that, yes, he was talking about terrorism and everything else, but in the religious aspect. But for me, the key point was when he said something about how do we let everybody know about your organisation. And I know for a fact that the charitable works that have been done by MKA Muslim Youth Association, both at national level through the fund run and also here in the Midlands with the collections that you do and so on and so forth, has made a big impact to me and the work that we do for children who are the most disadvantaged in the community, helping them to overcome some of the problems they have. And so we're helping them through your support and the support of the young people here, the young Muslims.
Well, as you know, we consider it a religious duty to reach out to help organisations such as yours. And we hope that relationship and that friendship continues for many years to come.
Well, that was the aim today, just to come and say thank you, to hear what your needs are, and hopefully meet in the middle. And, you know, as you say, you know, it's love for everyone, hate for none. And that works really well with Barnardo's. So thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
No problem.